Hi, Jessica. I thought I would just try something new and try to do an audio recording. I really like the look of your explanatory model. I think it's, the different colors, the different shapes. I think it nicely separates out the different aspects of the project. What I would do here, though, is remember when you did module one, and I'm going to flip back to module one, you had the different influencing factors here. So you had you had five different influencing factors here. And I think that you want to incorporate a few of those into your model. You've got, living with depression, you've got, and I think that was actually the problem, correct? That you have long-term residents living with depression. This is kind of a combination of two different things. So maybe limited out of bed activity could be one. The poor social support could be another one. The OTs addressing the need for intervention and screening for depression doesn't really necessarily seem like an influencing factor. It might be another prong in the process, but I think you should differentiate the influencing factors, and then this is how to address it, and then this is how I intend to address it, which would be here. These are my anticipated outcomes. I think this is really good. Be careful with the apostrophe. OTs is plural, not possessive, but I think I would just add in a couple of these other influencing factors that you have. Poor social interaction would fall into the one you already have. Poor physical fitness is one that's definitely important. Limited leisure activity, you kind of have that with limited out of bed activity. Change in living environment, I think, is another important one to include as one of those influencing factors. The new diagnoses you may or may not include, but I do think the change in the living environment and the poor physical fitness are important influencing factors that you might want to represent on your model here. But, otherwise, I really like the look of it. You did a nice job. I think the arrows all make sense. And then I read your write-up. I didn't put any feedback yet because it is going to change a little bit if you add any additional components to particularly in the influencing factor section. So I'm going to leave it at that. We can talk about it more on Thursday. And if you have any questions in the meantime, I'm happy to chat.